Live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch coming your way next.
And now, your Milwaukee Brewers.
First pitch moments away. Our starting pitcher in this one, Brandon Sproat.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
All right, ready to get underway. Now it's the power-speed combo, Shohei Ohtani.
Third pitch of this ball game, that one right in the zone. It's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2. Got him. Put up one down.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst-case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Here's Mookie now. And that one hammered. And a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And right back to the mound. Tosses to first. 2 away here in the top of the first. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
2 down, bases empty. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Here's a 1-1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Gone straight into the visitors' bullpen. He sends it out of here. It's 1-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Way inside, and that hit him.
Well, he's just glad they got hit with an off-speed pitch there instead of a fastball. Man, that would have hurt a lot more if it had velocity.
Man at first. Andy Pajes will hit next. Fought off foul. Two outs. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And starting this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
This is Bryce Terang. Pitch is in there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number.
Now this one is hammered way back there, on its way and gone, and we are tied. A solo shot, and we're level. It's 1-1.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Now here's Jake Bauers. 2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Two out, space is empty. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Two outs, runner at first. Next for the Brewers, Andrew Vaughn. And a foul ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle it.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. You're dialed into the show. New inning getting started. And now Teoscar Hernandez. The 1-1 is fouled off. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And up next for Los Angeles, Dalton Rushing. Right through there for a strike. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it, on to first, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And next for L.A., Hesung Kim. And he drops it down the third baseline. And it goes just foul. 2 outs. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Mitchell should have this one. And that's the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 2nd, tied 1 apiece. Bottom of the 2nd, up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. 1-1 now. That one missed. That one misses. And now 3-1.
3-1.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Sal Frelick. Slap the other way, foul. Next one off the plate inside. The count now 2-2. Mitchell gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And makes the grab. And there's one away. Next for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. How you getting them better say here you might be. I need what you give to me. Swings and misses. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. Ball to strike and delivers outside.
This is a batter who clearly performs better in day games. I don't know why, but his numbers generally back it up.
And a pitch. That's a strike. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Good eye right there.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Jackson Chourio in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, and that is that. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. Back here in Milwaukee, on to the 3rd inning. Now, Miguel Rojas. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Got him swinging.
That was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
So the lineup flips over. Shohei Ohtani getting ready to hit. And now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Throws across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Here's Mookie Betts. That one almost got him. In the air to left down the line. Chourio sizing this one up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. So they go quietly there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. That's in there, and the count 1-2.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Out to short, bats up with it. Throws to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
And now it's William Contreras. Fastball is outside. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jake.
Here's the Brewers DH, Jake Bauers.
2-1.
In the dirt, blocked. Not in time. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Freddie Freeman. And downstairs.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
1 away.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swing and a miss as he was late.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And that one missing low.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. The next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Inside, just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
On the ground, right side, Terang gets it to first, and that is that. Dodgers down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. And a 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that is foul. The 1-2. And down on strikes. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Garrett Mitchell now at the plate. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Next pitch is outside.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
To the right side, Kim. On to first. Out. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
The right fielder, number 10. Now, Freeland.
Sal Freeland, the next to hit.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
So a man aboard. Next for the Brewers, Joseph Ortiz. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1.
You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Next offering is downstairs.
Full count.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Go ahead run on base. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Dalton Rushing.
Ball. 2-1.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
So up next, Hesung Kim. Popped up. Ortiz on the move. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting. Third baseman
Miguel Rojas at the plate.
Rojas.
2 outs. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Hernandez stands at second with 2 gone. In the air, right side. Freeland makes the grab, and that is that. 1 left for LA. Still tied 1-1. Back here at American Family Field, stepping in, Joseph Ortiz. Next pitch in the dirt. And that's ball 2.
Well, these Brewers just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Up now for Milwaukee, David Hamilton.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
2-2.
And that's in the dirt. That one misses. 3-2 now. One down, base is empty. And it's ball 4. He missed down low. Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Pickoff throw, and he's back in there. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and great jump. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, D.L. Hall.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Action in the pen down there. Trevor McGill preparing to come on if needed. Ashby, the lefty, warming up as well. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A massive home run. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1.
High fastballs, especially with good velocity, can be really hard to catch up to. But he stays tall, his top hand works extremely well, and he absolutely clobbered it.
Here's Betts. And this is inside. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're the top half of the sixth. A little out front there as he swings through it.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
The 2-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Turns and fires to Betts. That one just misses, and the count is filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Grounds one to short. Ortiz. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
The first baseman, number 5,
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
So now 1-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Outside.
2-2.
Next offering upstairs. One out, base is empty. Rips one to right. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. The throw to second is offline.
Everything came together for him. It really turned on that one, and as it hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but it just barely sneaked in there.
And now it's going to be Kyle Tucker. Pulled the string of the changeup.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. It goes off speed. Gets the out.
And here is Andy Pajes. And that is downstairs. And now 3 balls and a strike. That's in there.
Look down.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Man at second. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Brewers 1. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Leading off, William Contreras.
Ball, no.
And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 3. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Henriquez getting loose as well. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The designated hitter, number 9.
Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Jake Bauers. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next one misses, and the count now even up.
Well, he might have to look for a different put away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Andrew Vaughn now. And that's outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two down, nobody on.
Inside.
Garrett Mitchell in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 outs. Out there to center. Kim makes the catch. And the inning is over. Offense held in check there. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Brewers 1. So the Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen, Grant Anderson.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Well, 1-run game, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Next offering misses down and away. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 3-1. This one high in the air to left center. Mitchell sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Now batter, the catcher, Dalton Rushing.
Digging in, Dalton Rushing. One down, base is empty. Way out front for strike two.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batter, number 6.
Hesung Kim digs in now. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Ball
Check
two.
swing, and that's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Outside. Now 3-1.
3-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Outside corner. There's a strike.
Full count.
That one to first. Vaughn. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Brewers 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Alex Vesia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now Garrett Mitchell. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. That one outside, and that's ball 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And the batter now, Sal Frelick.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop, 3rd strike, 2 gone.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Now at the plate, Joseph Ortiz. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great. Nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
Falling behind 2-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
K is his third of the game.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here in Milwaukee, we go to the eighth, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He had a big swing back in the sixth. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
Pick up the pieces and master the puzzle upon us. Look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Ground ball up the middle. In time to Vaughn. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Hit in the air, center field. Mitchell gets under it. And that is that. Edgardo Henriquez takes over on the mound. So back to the top of the order. Here's the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. Here's the 2-2. And just misses with that one.
That's a really good take.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Off the batter's iron, gone. Muscle to center field. It's 2-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Carrying well. Going, gone. He circles the bases. It's 3-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Ferg. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's the catcher, William Contreras. Fastball almost got him there. Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second with nobody out. And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. To the mound now, they turn to Blake Trinan.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Jake Bauers will hit next. Just off the outside corner. And now it's 3-2. Back and forth we go. A seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, no outs. Next for Milwaukee, Andrew Vaughn. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Paul Gervais up and loosening in the pen. Hernandez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. The throw in.
No, he's safe.
Singy, he squared that one up in a big way. So let's take another look at it with StatCast. Deadhead assemble.
Just incredible power in this swing as it came off the bat at 117 miles per hour. He saw it all the way. Really good weight transfer and just demonstrated some exceptional bat speed with that swing. Man, impressive.
Bauers on third. Vaughn at first with no outs. Swings and misses, struck him out. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball and roll it up, get a big double play, get out of this inning. I tell you what, that was a big strikeout in a spot where they really needed one.
And now 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. The throw into second. In there safely.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. That ball right there landed in what they call a no-man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
At the plate, Joseph Ortiz. Runners at first and second with one gone here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two on, one out. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with one away.
The third baseman, number 6,
David Hamilton up now for the Brewers. This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. Fouls one off, 2-2. So they're all loaded up. Laced down the line. This looks like extra bases. One run is in. Another comes in to score. It's 7-2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice line drive to pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Now on the bump, Paul Gervais.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That one missed.
2-2.
Second and third, one away. That one just misses.
Full count.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
High fly ball out to center field. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 39.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
That misses. 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jake Woodford, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. McGill getting cranked up as well. Next offering is down low. ground ball base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Kyle Tucker now at the plate. That one missing inside.
2-1.
Freeman on at first. Nobody out. That's off the mark. 3-1 now.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball could be 2. Off balance speed. There's 1 on the ball. 2.
Well, that's a huge ball in play to get the double play defensively. Just one more guy to get this save for the closer.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swings through that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
One strike away. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Full count.
Oh, that hit him. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Hit to right, and that should do it. And that'll do it.
Yeah, pretty tight ball game up until the 8th inning, and that's really the time where you expect things to lock down. But the offense broke out, incredible outburst, and just put this game out of reach.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
It's the crash test. They the dummies. They try to do it.